Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. What an effing start to the day. Jesus H. Here we are. I just I'm actually kind of glad I'm going live here because I can wait. Yesterday I said I was done with my rants. No, I'm not. I'm glad I can rant. Otherwise I just come down here and ship cards and it just fester inside me. And then my wife would come down and I would be like, or I would go upstairs and I would just be like, I can't, this freaking garage. I hate trash day. God dang it. Why am I so upset about trash day? Well, I'm late because I just decided to sleep in this morning. That's why I'm late. But it's also trash day, so that's why I'm later. So it's trash day. It's trash and recycling day, so it's important. So I'm running behind anyway. I come down here. I get the stream just set up so that doesn't delay me any further. And I go back upstairs and I've got the coffee going. I take out the small bag of trash and recycle that's in the kitchen. I've got to go out biscuit poop in the backyard poop can. So I get that. I go out into the garage. Oh, happy day. It's trash and recycling. Gonna take it out to the curb and grab the recycling bin. And I start. It's like, oh, this is kind of a tight spot between our cars in the garage. We just have a 2-car garage. Well, it won't fit. So I have to go around, which is a slight annoyance. So I go around. Oh, can't go around because we've got too much shit on the side of the garage. The good thing is the shit's for the new house, which has a bigger garage. So I won't have to freaking deal with this bullshit in 6 weeks. So what do I have to do? So my e-bike is like between my car and the trash can. So we have like enough space at the front of the garage. We just don't have width in the garage. So my e-bike is between the car and the trash bin. So on trash day, I have to move my bike like up against my car. You see where I'm going with this? So I move my bike up against my car. Realize, oh, there's not enough room for the trash cans to get in between the cars. So got to move my car. So I go inside. Where's my keys? My freaking keys. I can't find my keys. Well, I had gone to the trash dump or the lawn waste dump for my grass clippings yesterday. And so I always just throw my keys in the console. Otherwise, it'll honk. The car honks at you if you have your keys in the pocket and you get out of the car and all that BS. So, oh yeah, I went to the lawn waste dump yesterday, so the keys are in the console. Oh, just go out, fire it up, put it in reverse. Oh shit, the bike is up against my car, and of course the bike falls, and it breaks my cell phone case holder, which sucks anyway. I had to get a new one, so I shouldn't be upset about that. Hopefully the bike's okay. So that was my literally 10 minutes ago. So I guess in the grand scheme of things, if that's what I'm going to bitch about, like, it's not bad. If that's my biggest gripe is not enough room in the garage and my bike falling over in the morning, I guess I've got to take it with a grain of salt. So trash and recycling is on the curb. Hopefully my bike is okay. My exhaust fan is not okay in the bathroom. That's how my morning started. I get out of the shower, just what you want to picture in the morning, and all of a sudden the fan just dies. And I'm like, oh, I must have put it on 5 minutes because there's a setting for like 5 minutes, 15 minutes, 30 minutes, 60 minutes. And I always push it to 60 minutes to get all that humidity out of the air. And I'm like, oh, I must have only put 5 minutes this morning. And so I hit 5 minutes and it's not going any click, 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 click. And it's only at 5 minutes. I'm like, what the hell's going on? And then it just stopped. So I tried it again. And hey, it works. So I get it up to 60 minutes. And then like 2 minutes later, it stops working. So of course, it couldn't break down in like 7 weeks. It's got to break down now. We've got more costs being added to the new house. It's been a week. It's been a week. So we had yesterday's issues. We have daily issues arising once again. Multiple yesterday. Let's see. What do we got going on? Just an annoying. We have an annoying for our. They call it a butler's pantry. I think that's really fancy. It's a pantry. The door is odd, but it also there's like no fix. And my mother-in-law is I'm like, there's only 2 ways to fix it. Well, there's 3. And the third's not an option. We either deal with it, or there's like it's not a kick plate, but it's like at the bottom, so it matches the rest of the cabinets. You take that out. Well, that'll look silly. Okay, then you leave it in. Those are the options. The third option is we get all new cabinets. That's not an option. So that was kind of a minor thing. And then the bathroom, something with the tile. I try to stay out of it. I try to stay out of a lot of this stuff. So that's happening. More cabinets are in. Deck boards are on. Well, most of the deck boards are on. Yeah, my flooring in my office downstairs in the basement is in. The flooring downstairs is in. So that's good. So it's starting to come together. Where are we at? Red light 34, first in the house. Good morning. Hit that like button. Appreciate it. Terrier, good morning. Shane, what's happening? David, good morning. Brian Dean is here. Flawed Thinker, what's happening? Dan, that curb must be a mile away. No, it's all. Well, now you know. Now you know. Now you know why it took me so long. It's trash day for Shane. Card hobbyist, what's happening? It's Wednesday, by the way. Maybe it's not your trash day, but maybe you have other things on Wednesday. Card hobbyist, what's happening? George says, glad that I live in a place where there is no trash day. Just take the stuff out anytime I want. There is that is a benefit. Like if you live in an apartment and you just throw the trash out in the big dumpster, that is nice. You don't have to remember every week. Oh shit, it's trash day. I was thinking about mowing the trash when I walked my dogs this morning. The only advantage of the alley system, loved in DFW suburbs, is that you can put out the trash recycling a day early and overachieve. No one complains. I could have and I should have put mine out last night because I was out doing yard work anyway. I mowed. I made 2 trips to the lawn dump. It's just behind. It's like 3 blocks away, so it's not like an excursion. Because I had from the big mow last week, then I needed to mow again. I'm like, you know what? Allergies be damned. Maybe, and I thought maybe dealing with allergies is similar to remember the scene in Christmas Vacation? Susie, is it Susie? Her eyes go crossed, got kicked by a mule, and they go uncrossed, or whatever the line is. I'm like, maybe that's with allergies. Like, oh, I've got terrible allergies, but maybe if I just go out and frickin' mow and breathe in all of these allergens, maybe it'll help. Can't make it much worse. It didn't make it worse. Didn't make it better. Like I'm still a little congested. I got the old roll over in the middle of the night because I was snoring. So allergies are still a thing. Did not help. Good morning, Paul. What's happening? Joe Caprino. How long is his driveway? Proud to say that I've never lived in a place where there was a trash day. Even in the U.S., could put stuff out wherever. Where'd you live? On the farm? How much stuff does he put in the recyclables? You know, our recyclable container was actually, both containers this week were pretty light. Not sure why. But both containers. I mean, usually our recycle container is like starting to fill up a week in advance. Not the case this week. Not sure why. Where we at? Steve Ains comedy in the house. Let's see. George says probably needs to put his computer in there. It probably is shit the bed. Let's see. Someone's talking to Frank. Hey, I did talk to Frank yesterday. I was I mowing? No, I was tossing the Biscuit's toy around in the backyard. Biscuit has made freedom runs inside Frank's house twice. Biscuit loves sneaking into other people's houses. She's done it to Frank twice, maybe 3 times. She's done it to my other neighbors twice. Well, 2 different neighbors. There must be something that smells nice in there. Biscuit wants to go in and check things out. It's like, Biscuit, you're lucky they don't have like a guard dog. It's a good thing Frank doesn't have like a big old Doberman that wants to eat you like you eat cheese. So Biscuit tried to make a freedom run into Frank's house yesterday, but that dreaded screen door was in the way. So chatted with Frank just a couple minutes. Nothing new in Frank's world. Let's see. Zach and Porter in the house. Harlan is here. 9:24 p.m. in Korea. I thought it was later. Oh, because we're on daylight savings now. So it's normally it would have been 10:24. JW in the house. Talking Tatis is here. Coffee is job 1 this morning. Yeah, here's another thing that I do. I have like the routine of all routines. I always brush my teeth before I take a shower. This morning, maybe that's why I'm all like, my head's just not clear this morning, because I get into the shower and I'm like, ugh, I need some water. I didn't brush my teeth before I showered. So then it's like, that's all I could think about. I need to brush my teeth. It just felt, ugh. So I was out. My whole routine is off because I flipped it around. I took a shower before I brushed my teeth. My exhaust fan went out. I knocked my bike over. I couldn't get the trash out. It's not even 8 o'clock. Hey, at least the coffee maker worked. Oh, that would have taken me over the top if the coffee maker didn't work. TD Sports Cards, what's up? Michael Renicky in the house. Terry says, sounds like a movie, Bo Thompson in a series of unfortunate events. Back in like grade school, we had this like the no good, crappy, what was that book called? It's probably like a children's bestseller. The no good, terrible, crappy, horrible day. Alexander and the Terrible, Horrible, No Good, Very Bad Day. Oh, they made a movie out of it in 2014. The book was written by Judith Viorst. I remember this in grade school. 2014. Alexander and the Terrible, Horrible, No Good, Very Bad Day is a 1972 ALA notable children's book. It has also won a George G. Stone Center Recognition of Merit, blah, 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 a Reading Rainbow book. There were follow-ups. 3 sequels. Alexander, Who Used to Be Rich Last Sunday. Alexander, Who's Not, Do You Hear Me? I Mean It, Going to Move. And Alexander, Who's Trying His Best to Be the Best Boy Ever. Poor Alexander. What a life he lives. Man, my life seems okay. So who was in it? Daniel Tamborelli as Alexander. Oh, looks like it was animated. No, that's like a TV adaptation. Is it adaptation or adaptation? I think it's adaptation. Oh, it was not animated. I don't recognize anybody in the... Oh, Jennifer Garner! Jennifer Garner was in it. Alexander and the Terrible, Horrible, No Good, Very Bad Day. That's how my day started. Cooter's in the house. What's up, Cooter? We keep our trash cans in a place we call outside. Guess you can do that when it's not 30 degrees below zero in the winter. I think, yeah. Every once in a while, I will keep my cans outside on the side of the garage, but I don't have like a place. Like it'll kill the grass. So I don't have like a place to put them where it won't kill the grass. Plus, I think in our HO, I don't think we can do that. Stupid HOAs. I don't think we can keep our trash cans like within view of the street or something like that. But I do sometimes. I have some neighbors that do. Like, it's not like the HOA police aren't coming around knocking on doors. Get your trash cans inside or else. I had an unfortunate incident with rotting fish that I threw in the trash. I'm like, oh man, I don't know what I was thinking, because to get that smell out of the trash can, like, and I mean, it was like quadruple wrapped. I put it in the cooler that it was in, sealed it up. So what happened was my mom loves to fish, and she was seeing this guy after my dad passed away, who was a fisherman and that. And so like, oh, we got a bunch of fish for him. Like, oh, sweet. Yeah, I'll fix this up. And so it was in a cooler, and I brought it home, and guess what? I forgot the cooler with the fish. And it's a good cool. It was because after I opened that puppy, that's a stench I never want to smell again. But I think it was in my car. This is a good cooler when you can't smell rotting fish. And it was in my car, I don't know, a week. And finally, I'm like, oh, I'm cleaning my car out. I put the cooler up, and I don't know how much time had gone by, but we're probably now talking in the months, plural. And I get a cooler, like, oh, I'm going to go to my buddy's house down the street, bring a cooler. So I'll get this cooler down. Oh, there's something in here. Oh, I must have left some Bud Lights in there. Open it up. Oh, how do I close this? Oh, months old fish. Oh, like I'm like about to throw up just thinking about that smell. So in that situation, I sealed that cooler back up, and then I think I put it in a, like, double bagged it, and I threw it in the trash can, and it's still somehow, because I think once it was opened, it like seeped. I don't know. Maybe I didn't seal it up good enough. But in that instance, I killed the grass on the side of the garage because I put the trash can out. Chirp goes the smoke detector, that damn smoke detector. Hey, guess what I didn't hear yesterday? Beep. Because my wife wasn't on the call with that client. JW, it's a good habit to hit the like button. The first thing I always do. Thank you. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Maybe when you get your box today, it will make your day better. Hey, yes, I love mail days. Grinding for good. Happy hump day. Hump day. Card Hobby says school bus driver had a seizure yesterday morning. and drove through my neighbor's fence. That's a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. Luckily, the bus came to a stop in their yard. Kids and driver were okay. Well, that's good. Holy shit. That's heavy, man. Yesterday was my trash day. Today is listing day. Love it. Yesterday was my shipping and just kind of, I'd say I effed around yesterday, but I really didn't. I got a lot of shipping done in the morning and then went to the house, got some groceries, went to the dump, mowed, and then we had to bring, we're getting our light fixtures installed in the next few days. So then I had to bring light fixtures, and I was passed out on the couch at like 9 last night. I'm not used to all that physical labor. And by physical labor, I mean walking. I was carrying boxes because I had to empty my car out. I had like 25 4-row boxes. So that's multiple trips in the house. Then I'm taking them down into the basement and I'm carrying lights back up. I'm not used to that. Michael Tyler Studios, good morning. Do you use alcohol on your scanners to clean them? No. I just use a micro, what do they call it? A microfiber cloth. I just do the old little light wipe down. That's all I do. Good morning, David. What's happening? Mark Hoyle in the house. Shane is here. Christmas Vacation, best movie ever created. I can agree with that. Card Shuffler is here. What's up? James wants to know, when's your next card show? My next card show that I will my next card show period will be a week from Saturday, May 27th, the Madison Card Show, which coincides with Bratfest. And remember, Slaughter's playing Bratfest this year. So is Steven Adler. There's a lot. I've actually talked to multiple dealers that set up at my show. They're like, yeah, we're going to come in early and go see Slaughter on Friday night. Yes. In Adler, Steven Adler. So Bratfest is Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It's right across the street. You literally walk across John Nolan Drive to get to Bratfest. And what do you get at Bratfest? Brats. Many, many, many brats. Not many as in M-I-N-I, but many as in oh shit, how do I spell? M-A-N-Y, many brats. And they also have beers. If you're, you can get your Spotted Cow. You can get your Bud Light. But if you are against Bud Light, you can get Miller Lite. But if you're against Miller Lite, I'm sure they've done something. People are picketing. You can get Coors Light or whatever beer you drink. I'm sure they have it at Bratfest, which is right across the street, right across John Nolan Drive, in fact, from the Madison Card Show, which is being held Saturday, May 27th at the Sheraton Hotel on John Nolan Drive, 9 to 3, 125 tables. I think I will be set up. It just depends if I overbook or not. My plan is to set up, but my plan was also to set up in April. And guess what happens to plans sometimes? They don't work out. And they don't work out because I was not organized. So I need to get really organized today, make sure I'm not oversold. And so I can set up at the Madison Card Show on Saturday, May 27th. That'll be my last show in a while. Until the next Madison Card Show on June 17th. So I won't be doing any other shows this month because, May 27th is the final weekend of May. First weekend in June, I will be out of town. Second weekend in June, I've got to look at the Rockford Janesville because I think Janesville is early this year, or early in June. I think it's June 4th, which I will be in Anawan for Fun Days. So June 17th is the Madison Card Show. And then July 26th. So I may only be doing Madison Card Shows for the next couple months. I've got to look at the Rockford schedule. I'm not sure if they're going to do a June 17th show or not. So we'll see. But that's the day of the Madison Card Show. So even if they do a show on June 17th, I will not be there. So James, you have to come to Madison. JD says, no offense, but one of my pet peeves are neighbors who don't keep their dogs leashed when out with them. LOL. I don't mind that. I love dogs. So I don't mind that. Unless they're like mean dogs. And then I don't want that. We're pretty good. There's some people like in the park that like play frisbee and stuff with their dogs, but they're super well behaved. I have a neighbor who has a Dalmatian, and Daisy the Dalmatian. She's off leash a lot in the backyard, but she like is good. Like she doesn't like wander. Like she'll wander into Frank's yard because there are like Frank splits between us. Frank's house is between ours. So Daisy will wander into Frank's yard, but she never like comes. She'll wander into their neighbor's yards, but just a little bit in. But she won't wander any further. Tigers 727. In fact, I wish more of my neighbors would let their dogs off their leash so they would come over and play with me. I love dogs more than people. Tigers 727. What's up? Good morning. Grizzy Media Group. David in the house. What's happening? Collects in the house. David is here. What's happening? Stukes baseball cards. What's going on? Good morning from the Riverwalk in San Antonio. I've heard that's pretty cool. I've never been to San Antonio. The only places in Texas I've been, Dallas. That was the first time I've been in Dallas. And it was, I guess, technically Fort Worth last weekend. I mean, I've been to the DFW airport multiple times, but until last week, I'd never been outside the airport property. The other times I was in El Paso for the Sun Bowl basketball tournament. That was a fun trip. El Paso is a cool city. And the other city was also for work, but that was for football, was Huntsville, Texas. Not much going on in Huntsville. Home of Sam Houston State. We played them. And we played them really well. In fact, that was the very first Western Illinois football game I broadcasted. In what year was that? 2011. And we lost. And we played well. And I told people, I'm like, Sam Houston State is going to contend for a national title. And people scoffed at me. I don't even know if Sam Houston State, week 1, if they were even in the top 25 FCS. And I'm like, this is a top 5 team in FCS. And they kept winning. And guess what? I don't know if they won the national championship that year, but they played in the national championship game. And I did a bunch of told you so's. Sam Houston State football. Would have been 2011. Football, Sam Houston State. Where's Wikipedia is the best. Wikipedia is not coming up at top of search anymore on Google. I don't like that. Let's see. It's got to have like success. Conference national championship. So they did not play. They won a national championship in 2020. So 2011 would not have been. They played in the national championship game. They lost to guess who? The team that always wins the FCS national championship, North Dakota State. So they did play in the national championship game that year, 2011. Oh, and they played again in the national championship game in 2012, and they lost to guess who? North Dakota State. So those are the only times I went to Texas. Let's see. Are you familiar with the Garbage Day meme from the movie Silent Night, Deadly Night 2? No, but I haven't. Now I'm super intrigued. Garbage Day meme. Now I've got to Google that. Garbage Day meme. Silent Night. 2. Okay, let's do an image search. Is it just the guy? Garbage Day. Silent Night, Deadly Night 2. It's Garbage Day. Oh, I don't know the context. It would probably be funnier if I knew the context. I've probably seen the movie. It's just been a long time since I've seen it. Anyone else want his wife to get on the phone with a smoke alarm lady so he completely melts down? If that happens again today, I might completely melt down if the smoke alarm lady is on the phone again. Mark, good morning. Dan says, does your new place have to deal with an HOA? Yes. Actually, most, if not all, neighborhoods over on this side of town have HOAs. And they're not really enforced, and it's pretty. I think our HOA at the new place is less, which is a little bizarre to me, but hey, we'll take it. HOAs, the dream job for Karens, right? Yeah, hopefully they're not. I know some HOAs are more annoying than others. Ours, like, you write the check and that's it. But yeah, I'm sure there are some Karens involved in the meetings and all that stuff. I thought, like, at the very beginning, I'm like, I'm going to get involved in my neighborhood. And then I thought about it for about 13 seconds and realized, why in the F would I want to do that? How many complaints do you think they take about dogs pooping in people's lawns? Oh my God. Just scroll through the Nextdoor app and you'll realize, why in the hell would you want to put up with this? Flawed Thinker says, unfortunately, I live on top of a mountain, so trash day is every other week, loading the truck and taking it to the dump. But I have chickens, so they eat all leftover food so it doesn't stink. That's pretty cool. I mean, just break up that sentence. This is a paragraph. There's a lot to unfold here. You live on top of a mountain. You have to load the truck and take it to the dump. And to top it off, you have chickens that eat leftover food. That's amazing. It's kind of, I don't know if you mean hood or good, to be living with and ignoring beeping smoke alarms. I don't know. How can people do that? I hear it once and it's like, when you hear a smoke alarm beep once, it's like a fly that's in your house. You like see it out of the corner of your eye and you're like, a fly. And then you see it again. And that second time is when you just go full on crazy. And now it's like your life's goal to eliminate the fly or the beep. Rotting fish in a cooler equals new cooler. I've had to buy a few coolers due to this. Yeah. Whew. And I felt so bad because there was a lot of fish in there. And I mean, I felt bad because I wanted to eat the fish. But also, like my mom and her friend probably spent a good amount of time catching those fish for her son to eat the fish. And he let them go rotten. So I think I initially said, yeah, it was good. I think I lied. Told a little white lie. Like, yeah, I fixed it up. It was good. Yeah. How'd you make it? Oh, how did I make it? Oh, just how you normally make fish. I don't fucking know. I baked it. Do you bake fish? I don't know. I put it in a pan. I pan fried it. Yeah. Like a fish fry. That's what I did. Yeah. Good morning, Dan. What's happening? Kyle in the house. Brian Wolf says, I had to use alcohol to clean the scanner as the old cards left sticky crap that microfiber wouldn't take off. Ordered 99% alcohol. Don't drink it. A cool 38 degrees in Syracuse. Jesus, that's cold. That is effing cold. It is, well, it's cold here. My computer says it's 44, but I don't always believe my computer. Let's see. It is cold. It is chilly because I was outside taking it. It is 44. It's only going to be, it was 80 yesterday. It's like 81 yesterday. It's going to be 67 today. I think tomorrow's Thursday. Very good. Wednesday, what comes next? Thursday. Today's a day game. South Bend Cubs are in town. Today's a day game, so I won't go. Tomorrow they play a night game, so it looks like the weather's going to be nice. So I'll go down tomorrow night. James says no Janesville this month. No. So the schedule's kind of wacky. So they're not doing either Janesville or Rockford because the promoters that put on the Midwest Premiere also do Janesville, Rockford. So there's not another Rockford or Janesville show this month because of this past weekend's Midwest Premiere. Janesville is June 4th, and I think that must be why they did Janesville on June 4th, was because there's not a Janesville in May. I think they're taking June and July. I don't know. I can't remember. Originally, there was a June 17th Rockford show scheduled. I had to schedule my show June 17th. They said, well, maybe we'll just take June and July off, because I think they're taking July off completely and then kicking it back in August. So I'll have to follow up and see what they're doing. Cooter says, had some leftover brats from the weekend. We only had pita bread. Life-changing discovery. We'll be premiering them at this year's Indy 500 Grill Out. Pita bread. Interesting. When I was at the grocery store yesterday, I'm like, you know what? I want to grill. It's 80 degrees. I'm probably going to do some yard work. I'm going to grill. But then I'm like, I lost ambition and had a frozen pizza. I'm going to talk about that. But I've been more in a brat. I've liked brats more here in the last couple years. I used to just not like brats. My dad loved brats. And he would get my dad, when it came to like everyday food, he would get this glow in his eyes, like sweet corn and BLTs and mashed potatoes and ham sandwiches. My dad was a simple man. He would he'd do this weird thing with his mouth. BLTs. And he would say it like that, like, Dad, it's a freaking sandwich. What is your problem? I mean, my dad looked at a BLT like some of you looked at Elle McPherson in your old swimsuit issues. Sweet corn, little butter, some pepper. Like, God, Dad, this isn't the Sports Illustrated swimsuit issue. We're talking about corn with a C. Where was I going with that? Brats. My dad loved brats. He wasn't as, he didn't look at a brat the same way he looked at a BLT, though. But he loved his brats. And I just I was never a big hot dog eater. I wasn't one of those kids that only ate hot dogs. You know, the annoying kid down the street that you were friends with, but not really. You were only friends with him because he lived close enough and he probably had the newest Sega Genesis or Nintendo game. So you didn't like him, but he had cool stuff. He had great toys. So you played with him and you put up with his bullshit. Like his only eating hot dogs, and you had to cut it a certain way. He had to have his ketchup. And he wouldn't eat anything else. And Mom would have to make like a completely different hot dog meal for the annoying kid down the street that had the great Nintendo games. I wasn't that kid. But now I love brats. And I'll make brats more often. I used to love rack of ribs, and I would look at a rack of ribs like you look at Elle McPherson in the swimsuit issue. And now it's like, I just can't. And it's not that I can't, because you know what Kant did? Kant did shit. That's what my PE teacher always told me. I can't. Doing the we had to do gymnastics and PE in high school. Like, I can't do it. I'm just not built to do this gymnastics shit. You know what Kant did? Kant did shit. Well, I can't today because I can't do this. Where was I at? Brats. I like brats now. Let's see. But so now that you mentioned pita bread, because I'm always looking, bread makes a sandwich. I mean, the meat's important, but the bread's like equally important, because if you can have the best burger, but if it's on like just shitty bread, it ruins the burger or the sandwich. Just ruins it. Good morning, Andy Mack in the house. Card Hobbyist says it's a video clip. Oh, well, that's why I couldn't find it. Let's see. I was looking at images. Where we at? Does Biscuit have a custom card? No, Biscuit does not have a custom card. You'll have to watch a YouTube clip for the garbage day scene for context. Aha. My uncle wanted to build a garage in his backyard, but the HOA said no. Now he is the HOA president. Hey, that's what you do. I love it. Your uncle's a genius. Mark says today is opening the pool day. Can't wait to float around and listen to baseball games. Very nice. Very nice. See, up here in the depths of the frozen tundra, we have to wait till like Memorial Day. I am so thankful I don't have a pool. Pools are a bitch. My in-laws had a pool, and I would help when my father-in-law was still with us and they still lived in the house. I would have to like take the tarp off, and it's like, man, this is a bitch. And like that was the easiest part of taking care of the pool. Then there's like all the chemicals and they even had a pool dude, a pool guy that took care of all that shit. But there was still shit you had to take care of. And then when he passed away, I was like the pool boy, and I'm like, this is, even with a pool guy, there's a lot of shit to do. This is a big responsibility. And cleaning the pool, I do not envy you, Mark, opening that pool. Do not envy pool owners. This is why you teach the son to fish. If he catches it, he won't be so forgetful. There you go. There you go. Let's see. I haven't fished in at least 20 years. I think the last time me and my friend Chuck in college, we were probably, well, I was in community college, JUCO. So I wasn't even 21 yet. So I was probably 19. It was maybe right out of high school, like 18, 19, 20. And one of those summers, I'm like, I'm gonna start fishing. And I bought all this fishing poles and worms and different things. I didn't know what I was doing. I just bought stuff that looked cool. And we went fishing in like just shitty places to fish. I'm impatient and got bored really fast. I think maybe we went out 2 or 3 times. I'm like, this fishing stuff sucks. I should probably take up fishing because it seems like it's like a relaxing, like, just get a 6-pack of beers, sit at the lake, toss it in. And it's really not about the actual fish. It's just about not having to deal with smoke alarms beeping or Frank giving you shit about your tall grass. Let's see. Shane says, I have forgotten the fish I have caught in the cooler to clean and eat plenty of times. My brain likes to forget things. Hey, hear ye. Me too. We're talking BLTs, bro. I appreciate your Pop's enthusiasm. Hey, can't go wrong with a good BLT, especially from the tomato from the, oh man, a big fat juicy tomato from the garden, some bacon, some crunchy romaine lettuce. No wonder he looked so seductively at that sandwich. Bacon is in mayo. Ooh. Bacon is better than any swimsuit model unless you can find a swimsuit model who cooks you bacon. Harlan, yes. Had a neighbor like that, had all the new stuff in pool. His mom used to cut his bread crust. We were 12 years old. That was the kid. Had to cut the crust, had to pull the crust off, had to cut it a certain way. I only want it diagonal. Mom, That kid. You knew that kid. I had a neighbor like that too. Kyle says, really enjoyed the Twitter exchange with Ethan and Nat Turner. PSA gained my respect in how they handled Ethan's Seiya Suzuki auto. Yeah, I want to talk about that. I think I put it in the description, but hey, you know how we roll here. A bad day fishing is better than a good day at work. Hey, I can't disagree with that. I thought fishing and hunting was a prerequisite for living in Wisconsin. Nope. I buck that trend. Actually, it was a big thing. It was a big thing where I grew up, like in the sticks of Illinois. Most people hunted and fished. I didn't. I sat on the couch and watched sports. Let's see. You should take up noodling. Nothing like sticking your arm. No. I'm like, what's noodling? Oh, yeah. No, not going to do that. Nothing like sticking your arm in a hole and hoping a 60-pound catfish bites it. Yeah, not gonna do it. Let's see. Same, but it's fun to mess with Bo. Shane says, or a beautiful 60-pound snapping turtle who keeps your arm. Ooh, yeah. Yeah. What if there's a snapper or a snake? I'd rather have a snapping turtle bite my hand than pull out a snake. I hate snakes. So yesterday there was a cool exchange. I'll give you a little backstory. So Ethan Roberts pitches for the Chicago Cubs, rehabbing right now. Had Tommy John in the offseason, or actually during the season last year. So hopefully he'll be back July, August. Anyway, he's a big collector. You may know that. And he collects a lot of guys he plays with, including Seiya Suzuki. So he had a super short print of Seiya Suzuki's rookie card. Topps. Was it Topps? Yeah, Topps. Yes, Topps. I'm trying to think. Was Suzuki and Topps Update or regular Topps? Maybe it was Topps Update. I can't remember. Anyway, whatever product that was in, he has the super short print of Seiya Suzuki's rookie. And he's like, he was with Seiya Suzuki at spring training, or maybe, it was when Suzuki was injured at the beginning of the season. So they're hanging out, rehabbing. And he's like, hey, can you sign this in kanji? And so he did. And then he put like a smiley face, 'cause it's like, hey, you're my buddy. So he got that, and he wants it slabbed. And some people are like, well, why would you want it slabbed? It's an in-person. I would want it slabbed. Like, I'm not a slabber, but I slab all of my pre-war. So it's kind of like the same. Like, I like the just the slab. Like, I want it slabbed. Just take my name out of your mouth. I like it slabbed. For like protection, and it just looks, some stuff looks better in a slab. Anyway, so he sent it off to PSA, and PSA did not authenticate it. It's like their teammates. He got it signed in person. So Ethan yesterday morning tweeted out, Yo PSA didn't think my Seiya auto was real. Can't wait to get my card back at least. So they said it was inconclusive, unable to render an opinion, which what the really cool part of all this is that Nat Turner looked into it. So I tagged Nat Turner in the tweet, and I'm like, hey, Nat, look at this. So Nat's like, what's the order number? He looks into it. It actually gives a reason. So Nat goes to his team, and this is a tweet from Nat Turner. From our team, quote, Seiya Suzuki is pretty tough. We'd not seen a version like this in kanji before, especially from the mid part of auto to the end, and with the smiley face, so it was in-9'd out of caution rather than failed. If we knew the submitter was a Cubs player, it would have made more sense that Suzuki would have provided a teammate a completely full SIG that he would normally never sign for anyone else. If we can get the order number, we can change the opinion from in-9 to authentic and we'll add this full Suzuki auto in our exemplar database. Thanks for bringing this to our attention. How cool is that? Like, that's really cool. So Ethan's going to resubmit it, and it will be slabbed and authenticated. So that's really cool. That I mean, that really goes to show you, because I know we shit on any company that we have a problem with, whether it's PSA, SGC, Beckett, and sometimes you want to just. And my thought initially was, this sucks. How can they do that? That was like my initial opinion. But sometimes we just have to like stop, think, not speak for a moment, and respectfully reach out, communicate. And in many times that works. Now, sometimes it doesn't work. Sometimes that doesn't work, eBay. And you have to like scream from the mountaintops and like bombard every employee you can find on LinkedIn to get answers. That worked. I was pulling my hair out for a year, but it eventually worked. So I thought that was pretty cool. And it goes to show you the level of care that Nat Turner takes in his company. So bravo, Nat Turner, PSA, pretty cool. I'm still Team SGC for my slabs. But I am thinking about, and I've talked about this. I've talked about this almost as long as I've talked about, like, I'm going to submit some cards to SGC. I talked about that for 3 years, and I finally broke the seal. I'm going to break the seal on the only cards I want to submit to PSA are my Ethan Roberts collection. So I want to start submitting those through my buddy Matt at 5-star. So maybe, and I've talked about this for like the last 2 months, maybe I'll finally get them together for the May 27th show. Andy Mack says, good for PSA. Also, that probably wouldn't happen for a non-player. That's one reason why I don't put much stock in authentication. And that's another, I think Ethan's, I think who he is held a lot of weight in getting this. If it was you or me and we got this at spring training, would PSA have gone this far to find out what was going on? I don't want to assume, but I'm guessing no. But it's still a good feel-good story. Terry says, I submitted some of my son's childhood Pokemon cards to SGC. Kyle says, I wish PSA slabs had more of eye appeal of SGC. I just like the SGC black tuxedo for my Dale senior cards. Way better. Agree. Let's see if I can. I mean, look at this. Look at this beauty. Like, look at that beauty. This is one this is one that I showed off. This I bought at the Madison Card Show a couple months ago. And it's an SGC authentic. Yet look at this baby. It's the exact same card with looks like a dog bit the corner, paper loss on the back, and it's an SGC 1. Crazy, but I think there's evidence of, no, it doesn't even say. I don't know. Maybe there's like evidence of trimming on the authentic. I don't know. Do I have any PSA slabs? Oh, here's one. Oh, it's my guy. It's Ray Burris. PSA 8, Ray Burris. See, this looks good. I like this. But tobacco cards in a PSA slab, I do not like. A full card, and this is actually kind of a color match. You got the red down here, Cubs. This actually looks really good. I like that. I bought some from my buddy Paul, who sets up at the Madison Card Show. He sells a lot of supplies, and he had graded BCW boxes. So instead of I have this medium flat rate box that's falling apart where I have my slabs. Let's see. Where we at? Let's see. Huddle Card says, I'm going to take advantage of the Bowman special with SGC. I like how Beckett shows you the grading of everything they're looking at. Going back to the SGC special, I wonder if I should slab some of, like, I've got this DePaula, like this is a high-end card. Maybe I should submit that to SGC. Let's see. Edges, corner, surface centering. I think everyone needs to do that. I like Beckett. I like how Beckett shows you the grading of everything they're looking at. I do too. Terry says some of the cards were his most valuable and others were cheap, but his favorite cards he just wanted to preserve. What's up, baseball card curmudgeon in the house? Angel Baby says a word of advice from experience. Don't sit in a room full of cellulose sports cards from a variety of environments with no practical dust, dirt, and dander air filtration system. I thought about using SGC for my Earnhardts, but ended up deciding on PSA. John says PSA blows. Today high ends are tomorrow's bargain bins. PSA slabs look like the blister packaging I buy my razors in. And John is correct, they blow. Let's see. I won't say PSA blows. I don't like their slab, especially in pre-war. I don't like their slabs, but I do like their. I won't say I like their slabs. They look better in some. The reason I want to go with PSA with my Ethan Roberts is set registry, like just to, and I think that's kind of the pull for a lot of people that choose PSA. Let's see. Angel Baby. This may, in fact, be one of the primary reasons for your chronic allergy problems. I had the same problem myself when I began living in my home with my cards. I've had these issues my entire life. Like I remember 5th grade. In 5th grade, in 5th grade at Anawan, we had the end of year Olympics. And so the entire class, all like 40 of us, 35 in my graduating class, we lost a few. We had some beauty school dropouts. About 40 in my 5th grade class. And so we would break up into like teams of 4. So like 10 teams of 4. We represented countries. I don't know how the teachers, like, was there any thought that went behind like, hey, you're going to be Ghana and you're going to be Sweden. I don't know how that all worked out. I think I was Sweden. I had like really blonde hair. Like I have brown hair now, but I had like blonde hair as a kid. So I think they put like all the blonde headed kids in the team Sweden, but I had like the worst, like it was miserable because I had this going on. So yeah, it's been something I've dealt with my entire life. Red Bridge, good morning. Bronco in the house. What's happening? I saw a thumbnail. I'm going to have to be watching Bronco's video. Bronco went to the Midwest premiere this past weekend. So I'm looking forward to watching that video. Tuned in just in time to see you show off some cards, and you had a Brewer. Sure, you had Ray Burris in the wrong uniform, but I'm counting it. Good old Ray. Where are we at? Kyle, I like PSA for complete sets due to the registry. Yep, there you go. It's that set registry. Talking Tatis, thanks for all your training. Yesterday had a 25 card order with 7 card, 20% coupon, high watermark of 41 cards sold yesterday. That is awesome. I had a big sale, like I was mowing, and all of a sudden I come in the house, I look at my phone, and I had like a 65 card order. I'm like, hey, this is nice. I haven't had a big card order like that in quite some time. Mark says, wow, Ray Burris, he was a substitute teacher at my high school after he retired. Had him for history. Good man. Ray Burris is awesome. I know him very well. He is so Club 400, not really a club. It's just a guy's basement, but it's become like a club. And Ray is there like every time. Like he goes to all the parties. He hangs out with us at spring training. Like he's one of the nicest dudes ever. So I know Ray really well. And that's I think my buddy Scott gave that to me. He has a ton of PSA slabs, and he's going through boxes, and he's like, "Oh, here's your buddy Ray. You can have this." Let's see. I have 28 Pokemons dropping in the next few days. We'll see how many 10s. I picked through them carefully, looking for 85 to 90%. John says PSA slabs are horrible. Their turnaround is horrible. Their customer service is horrible. Their caveats for their grading specials are horrible. Their upcharging is horrible. They blow. John doesn't like PSA. I will say, I think their PSA, I think the slabs are horrible for tobacco cards and pre-war. I will agree with that. Modern doesn't bother me as much, but it's those vintage pre-war stuff. That's where I don't like it. Their turnaround is much better. I think they're down to like 6 weeks on like the cheapest service. So that's pretty good. Customer service, I can't speak to that. I've never submitted. So personally, now this, what I'm talking about with Ethan, I'm sure that's a special circumstance because it's an actual big league player who had an autograph by a teammate come back, couldn't bear it authentic. So that's a special circumstance. I personally have not had any customer service experiences, so I can't speak to any negatives or positives in that regard. I will agree the upcharging does suck, but hey, they're a business. They're trying to make money. I understand it. I understand it. Doesn't mean I have to like it. I have some first edition something. Jungle Hollows I need to submit. I've had allergy problems all my life as well, but the problem itself became more acute as you age. I have noticed that. I have noticed the older I get, the worse my allergies become. PSA set registry is great when you can't figure out Excel. Love when people rage quit collecting because their cards came back as 9s instead of 10s. Same people that talk about set registry are the same people that brag that they can hold fitted sheet. They can fold fitted sheets. No one cares about either. I can't fold fitted sheets. That's I can tell you that with clarity. From experience with each passing decade, what does not bother a person at, say, age 20 is the same problem a 60-year-old ends up having medically deal with. TD Sports Cards, talking to Shane. Bronco says maybe Ray Burris lives in the Club 400 basement. That's why he's always there. Could be. Let's see. You haven't had to sign an NDA with PSA. I've not. Let's see. Most may not know molds and fungus are, in fact, microscopic until they reach sufficient size where they can be seen by the human eye. Let's see. Ken says, I love when people get 8s and 9s back from PSA. They cry, I buy. Who let Dr. Fauci into the chat? So that's what I had for today. I'm going to do some shipping today. I've got to get my room cleaned up. I think I'm going to do, and I may do a live break on Friday night. So I may do a live feed, Hobby Evolution Break Fest on Friday night. My wife and my mother-in-law are going to Chicago to do, like, they say they're picking out stuff for the house, but I think they're going shopping for clothes and stuff. I think I found them out. So my wife's going to be out of town. So I think Friday night, grab a 6-pack, maybe a Casey's pizza, and no, maybe not a good idea ripping Bowman. So I've got 12 blaster boxes remaining from my case of Bowman. So I think I'm going to hold on to all 12, and I think I'm just going to break them on Friday night and do it live from my rec room. So I'll keep you posted on that. Today's Wednesday, because it's trash day. So today's Wednesday. So yeah, maybe Friday night we'll do that. Because I think I'm going to go to Beloit tomorrow for the Cubs, South Bend Cubs, Beloit Snappers. So I think that's my plan for Thursday night. No shows this weekend, so I will go live both Saturday and Sunday mornings. So let's see. Where are we at? So here we are. So hit the like button if you haven't already. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. Have a great Wednesday. Make sure your trash is at the curb. Take it out tonight. If Thursday, I know a lot of you have Thursday trash days. Get that to the curb tonight. So have a great Wednesday, and we'll see you tomorrow.